What is up, people? Today I have a larger-than-life review because I am talking about Rampage on Blu-ray and 4K, and I got that coming up for you next. So Rampage just came out on home video, on Blu-ray and 4K, and I have that review coming for you guys. Starting with the movie itself, I want to meet the person that was like, you know what I can't wait to see in theaters? Rampage. You know that that game that came out in the 80s? Yeah. That would make an awesome movie. I can't wait to see it in theaters. This movie proves that they will turn any game property or superhero property and just make it into a movie. I mean, hey, it has The Rock. It has some pretty damn good action with cartoonish characters that are over the top. But what I will say is one of the people that are having the least amount of fun here, it seems like, is The Rock. Because for the amount of time that he is on screen, he is largely upstaged by the CGI that is around him, and it feels like he is competing with that. But this is a fine movie with some pretty good action and an outlandish plot that really never should have been made into a movie, but I will give it a 6 out of 10. It is serviceable. So getting into the video quality of the Blu-ray, this movie looks pretty damn good on Blu-ray. And I will say that there is a whole lot of detail due to the fact that the CGI on George here, who is the ape, is outstanding. And it's one of the things that really is worth seeing this movie for, quite frankly. But there is some bad CGI in this movie, and it really does show on Blu-ray, and that is the other CGI creatures that are in this movie. They just don't have the same amount of care. And especially when you see them next to George, who just really seems to be the lead character in this movie, just how good he looks. It really shows, to be honest with you. This is a very bright and very vibrant Blu-ray that is truly one that you guys or anybody would enjoy, and I will give it a 9 out of 10. Now, getting into the 4K Blu-ray, this movie was actually shot digitally with a 2K digital intermediate, and it was actually given Dolby Vision support, and that could be the most important and saving grace for this 4K Blu-ray. Detail work here, it's subtly different than the Blu-ray. You will see even more detail on George, and especially skin texturing on his face. This CGI that has been done to this creature is really remarkable. But the HDR here truly shines. This is largely a case of seeing what HDR can do for a transfer, because you see different just skin tones on George when he is fighting, and looking at the shadow details that are in this movie. And then when you add in Dolby Vision, that actually gets amped up quite a bit, and you can see so much of the different skin textures in George and in these other creatures. And I will say that the CGI is a lot better with Dolby Vision. This might be the biggest jump from standard HDR to Dolby Vision that I've seen on anything that I have reviewed for you guys. And with that in mind, I have to give this a 9 out of 10. The Dolby Vision actually really saves this presentation. And as far as audio goes here, whether you're watching this on a Blu-ray or 4K, you are given Dolby Atmos. And this is a true treat, people, because this is a Dolby Atmos track that has scale and heft and every glorious thing that you would want out of a movie called Rampage. Field of sound is huge here, and this isn't too much of a front-heavy mix because surrounds are also in heavy use, with bass response being excellent. Height speakers, unfortunately, are kind of soft until the end, and that is largely because of the fact that even though we do get action throughout, you don't get a lot of buildings falling and really what you would want to see from Rampage until the last half hour of the movie. And once that does happen, the height speakers are largely kicked up, but you are going to have to wait until the end of the movie until you can really notice that. And for that, I will give this a 9 out of 10. This isn't a reference quality Dolby Atmos mix, but I feel like that is just a testament to how great Dolby Atmos can sound, because this is a really great sounding mix right here. So getting into the digital copy here, this is a Movies Anywhere digital copy, which means that you can view this on pretty much any device known to man. But if you have a Vudu account, you can actually watch this on 4K with Dolby Vision. As far as special features here, we have a pretty standard amount of featurettes that go into deleted scenes. There are some bloopers, and you have the cast and crew reflecting on the game itself. And then you go into the CGI of the film. You have one featurette that focuses on the Battle of Chicago and another that goes into the CGI that specifically went into George himself. There's a decent amount here, and they are all about 10 minutes long. Unfortunately, they are all on the Blu-ray, and for that, I do have to give this a 6 out of 10. You will get some decent special features here, but none of them are on the 4K disc. Now, getting into my last looks here, Rampage is a needless movie that can be quite a bit of fun. It does take a long time to get into that battle in Chicago, but the ride there is painless, and once you do get to Chicago, you do have a whole lot of fun in this movie. The Rock is really toned down here, and that is unfortunate, but this is a movie that you will watch and have fun with and then forget about in 2 days. And when you add up all of my scores for the Blu-ray and the 4K Blu-ray, they both come out to a 30 out of 40. This is a set that you should pick up if you like Rampage, because the actual transfers of this movie and the audio here offers quite a bit, actually. So next, I have to finally get into all of the Mission Impossible films leading up to Mission Impossible Fallout. They all just came out in 4K, and I will get to all of them. If you're excited about that and excited about everything that is coming up in August, comment down below and let me know about that. And as always, guys, thank you for watching my videos. You guys are truly awesome, and I will see all of you next time.